All right, y'all, I got some great news. Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, versus Joe, the juggernaut Joyce. The Old Bowl is canceled. So Dillian Whyte gets injured in this fight. Well, in preparation for this fight. Joe Joyce, who had a fight that he was training for, he let that go so he could fight against Dillian Whyte. I didn't give a fuck about this fight. I expressed that in one of my previous videos. You know, let them go out here and have their Old Bowl and do what they're going to do. It's like I've said, man, you know, Joe Joyce is like 40-something years old now. You know, Dillian Whyte is too injury prone. Every time you turn around, something wrong with this motherfucker. And that inactivity. And for you guys to sit here and watch two old washed up fighters sit there and throw a bunch of sloppy wild punches and y'all oohing and eyeing because two guys that pretty much are past their prime and look like shit are landing punches on each other until one of them goes down. And I wasn't intrigued at all. This isn't a fight that I cared about. Now, just because I don't care about it, I'm not saying, you know, whatever. Y'all can like whatever y'all want to like, but this was a fight that I never cared for anyway. This is one of these fights that when the fight should have happened, it didn't happen. And you think fighters would learn. You keep passing fighters by. I don't understand. You know, you guys keep passing by top-level fighters, talking shit, then fight lesser fighters. You know how much money you left on the table by doing that? And then you turn around and now all of a sudden we're supposed to be excited about the Old Bowl. No. Why don't we just call Dr. Jattery and have him in fucking, you know, Maurice Cheeks play one-on-one now? Big deal, man. What they did back then is what they did back then. But I don't know if the fight is postponed or whatever, or if it's just off. But it's always something going on. This is one thing that's not happening in boxing that I really don't care about. And I don't think anybody else really cares about it too much. This is one of those fights where, you know, you'll have somebody say, oh, in British boxing, this is a big fight. It's a massive fight in British boxing. And all right, well, whatever. I don't even think this is a massive fight over there. I think it's more, it might be more respected because boxing is big in Britain. And, you know, they are two British fighters. But, I mean, they're two has-beens. Let's just say it like it is. What does a win do for either fighter? I mean, boxing has become a joke, man. It really has. And even with Turkey's involvement, there's still too much, you know, foul play going on in the sport of boxing. So this is one of those things where I look at it like, if forever boxing didn't need a fight, this fits in that category. Who cares about Joe Joyce and Dillian Whyte now? This is why I said when you look at the heavyweight landscape, it's changing. You know, AJ's 35 now, Dillian's 36 now, Wilder's like 39, 40, you know, Usyk's up there, Fury. I mean, all these guys are fading. Okay, they're at that point where at some point they're, all right, so Usyk is the last of their breed, man. And to be honest with you, like, you know, at his age, we don't know how much longer he's going to be able to keep it up. You know, because you can look spectacular in your last fight, the very next fight, go get annihilated. But at the end of the day, I don't think anybody should be heartbroken by this. This is actually good news to me because I thought this was a shit fight because Dillian's too sloppy and so is Joe Joyce. And it's just two sloppy, washed-up fighters. I mean, even if you say it was a good fight, what does it lead to? And that's part of the sport that people forgot about, is that each fight leads you to that next step to go higher. What the fuck does this lead to? The winner of the Old Bowl. Who do they fight next? Who cares about either one of them? They're at that point now. So when you look at names and you got fighters who, like, even if Anthony Joshua was the fight Joe Joyce or Dillian Whyte, if he doesn't go in there and annihilate either one of them, it just shows that he's washed up. If Deontay Wilder went in there for either one of them, same thing. So it's my point is when it's your time, it's just your time. So anyway, if you had any interest in the Old Bowl, it's not happening. And I'm not one that's going to miss this fight. This is not a fight I cared for. I really didn't. I mean, in terms of where they are in their careers, I understand it. But that's just the point. Their time is up. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.